Some of the very best things that you can do for your skin, some of the very best things I do for my skin, don't come in a jar, a bottle, or a serum. In fact, some of these things that I've been doing for many years have preserved the look and shape of my face, even though now I'm 61, allowing me to age gracefully while maintaining the structure and look of a much younger face. Not a surgery, not Botox, none of those things. A simple set of exercises, facial yoga, if you will, that you can do easily at home that costs you nothing but a few minutes of your time to make all the difference on how old you look by lifting and tightening the skin on your face, neck, cheeks, and forehead, especially around the eyes. So I'm going to be sharing those exercises with you in today's video. And if you happen to be new to my channel, these are exercise videos that I put together in the past, but today I'm putting them all together for you. So it doesn't matter if you've seen them before and just didn't get around to trying them, or you really are interested in improving the look of your skin in a short amount of time. We're talking 2 or 3 days. Now, if you're wondering how the heck I know all this stuff and you don't know who I am, I'm Chris Gibson, a skincare expert, been around in skincare for 38 years, helping folks find skincare solutions that are going to work for them, not into their wallet, and not do them more harm than good. So I encourage you to watch this video all the way through. Please like it, share it out, and subscribe if you like the information you're finding here today. And I'm going to include chapters in this video so you can come back to the exercise routines for your face that you felt spoke the clearest to you and what your issue is that you're trying to solve. So sit back, relax, watch and learn. There's nothing to buy, and I'll be back to see you at the end of this video. Today we're talking about volume loss in the face, and it happens to everyone as we get older. We lose some of the subcutaneous fat in our face, we lose collagen, we lose some of the elasticity in our elastin fibers, and most often it is the loss of actual bone in our faces as we age that causes that change in our looks, the way fat is distributed and the way muscles work in our face. And it's interesting that while over the years there has been a lot of focus on building muscle, maintaining muscle as we get older in the body, which can actually firm up the body and raise loose skin, there's not a whole lot of focus on what you can do in the face. But facial yoga does work. My grandmother did it many, many years ago. But today we're going to focus on a mixture of yoga moves and pressure points on the face to help lift and tone the cheeks, right here, and the jawline. Simple exercises to do. I'm going to do them with you, so get relaxed. These are very simple. You want to make sure that you try to do them at least once a day, 3 or 4 days a week. It's better if you just do them every day and they become part of your toning routine. But I can tell you from firsthand experience, you're looking at it, and the experience of clients over the years, these exercises absolutely do work. Now, one thing that's important to note is we do not want to stretch the skin. This is not about the surface area of the skin. This is working those muscles underneath. So it can be very helpful to apply a moisturizer before you do these exercises, just so that your skin has some hydration and is a bit slippery, so we don't stretch those skin cells. We don't want to do that. So I'm just going to apply a light layer of moisturizer that's going to absorb into my skin really quickly. Now this is Neutrogena's Hydro Boost for extra dry skin. It's got hyaluronic acid. So this keeps my face hydrated during the entire session. First area we're going to work on are the cheeks. Now the muscles along the cheeks actually attach over here just toward the corner of the eye and go all the way almost to the nose. So we're going to take our 4 fingertips on each side. This is what I call the 8-finger facelift, because that's what it is. So you just place them along that ridge, the orbital ridge right above that muscle, and you can just kind of move the muscle up and down a little and you'll feel it. So index finger right there in the corner of the eye, little finger right beside the nose, and the other 2 fingers right across the top of that cheekbone or cheek muscle. And then you're simply going to lift the cheek muscle up against your fingertips while holding slight, very light pressure. We don't want to like bruise our cheeks, and we don't want to stretch the skin. So we're going to do this now. And then let it go. And then raise it again. And then let it go. You can do that exercise 4 to 5 times a day. This will literally take you 5 or 6 minutes to perform every day, and over the course of a couple of weeks, you will build the volume, firmness, and toning of that particular muscle underneath the cheek skin. Now we know that performing facial muscle exercises can add 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch of muscle tissue underneath the skin in 6
weeks. So it doesn't take a long time. Now that doesn't sound like a lot of muscle, right? It doesn't. But when you think about how little muscle growth it takes to move the skin on the face, and I'm going to show you how to test this, it's really quite amazing what these simple exercises can do. To show you this, take your fingertips and place them just lightly on the jawbone and lift up about 1/4 of an inch, and you will feel all of the skin on your neck raise. So it doesn't take a lot of toning to get a really great result with this. Now, speaking of the jawline, let's do those exercises. Same type of principle. We're going to place our fingertips across the muscle that's attached to the jawbone. And we're going to place a little bit of pressure and perform a similar type of exercises. We're going to hold it for a count of 5, and you can do 4 to 5 of these per session per day. So place your thumb right underneath that jawbone at the very end, and the 4 fingers left on each side right to the chin. So we've covered that muscle, and we're going to purse our lips and push upward with the muscle, not stretch the skin, just the muscle. And relax. And relax. And relax. One more time. And relax. With both of these simple exercises, you will feel the pull and strengthening of the muscle along the jawbone and the muscle under the eye. This also helps eliminate a lot of the bagging and hollow looking areas under the eyelid, as it helps stimulate circulation and also collagen growth. 2 simple exercises that over time can roll back 5 to 10 years off the look of your face, and you didn't spend a dime on skincare, and you didn't go under the knife.
All of these things we're talking about will help, but they can't do it alone. We need to strengthen the musculature in our neck and under our chin and under our cheeks that actually lift and hold the neck skin tight. I'm going to share a secret with you today that I haven't shared before on the channel, and I don't talk about a lot, but it's a yoga technique that I learned in my 20s that I have practiced every morning. You see guys do it automatically when they shave, and men have a lot less of the neck issue than women do, and this is one of the reasons. And it simply is pulling these muscles and skin tight for 2 to 3 minutes in the morning. You just turn your head, lift it up, almost like swallowing, or when men are shaving, doing both sides. 2 to 3 minutes of that strengthens all of those tiny muscles, those micro muscles underneath the jawline and at the base of the neck, so that it's actually able to hold that skin tighter and in place much better. I'm telling you, it's amazing. A month of doing that exercise will get you results that are comparable to a neck lift. Ever since I did the neck exercise or the neck pose in this video right here, how to skincare for the neck. It's been a big deal, and I really appreciate all of you guys that went and did the challenge or took the challenge from that video, did the exercises, and then came back and let us know in the comments how well they worked for you. Really, really appreciate you doing that. That said, if you're new to the channel and you don't know who I am, I'm Chris. I'm a skincare expert. I've been doing this for 34 years, helping people like you find skincare that will work for them, not empty their wallet, and not do more harm than good. So if that's the kind of content that you've been looking for here on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you know when my new videos are out every week. Now, the neck lifting exercise that I've demonstrated before on the channel that works so well has been around in my life for a very, very long time. I learned about yoga from my grandmother way back in the 1970s when I was growing up. She stayed with us, and she was doing all these weird, contortionate looking exercises in between the times that she was in the kitchen cooking our breakfast. And you know, I had to ask, because in my family, there are 2 eccentric people. First was my grandmother 2 generations ago, and now me, because I do YouTube and I travel all over, and my family just doesn't always understand that. But my grandmother, I loved her very much. Obviously, I asked her, "What are you doing?" And she said, "I am doing yoga exercises so that I stay healthy and energetic." And I got to thinking about this the other day when I went to put this video together. Yeah, that was in the early 1970s. I was 9 years old. That means that she was in her late 50s, 57 or 58, like I am now. Scary stuff. I guess life does come full circle. Now, she learned her yoga exercises from this book right here, which is quite old. It is Forever Young, Forever Healthy. It is by Indira Devi, and it was published first in 1953. Man, I am getting old. Now, my grandmother actually put a passage in this book in 1971, assuming the book would get handed down. And I am sure she had no idea that here in 2021, I would be talking about this on YouTube. But I love that she wrote this in the book. You can see right there. She signed it 1971. She said, "May this book always help the reader as it has helped me." So, Graham, you are helping a lot of people here on YouTube. Now, it was actually some years later when I was really getting to health and wellness that I actually took yoga, did it every morning, 5 days a week at 6 a.m. And that is where I learned the neck lifting technique that I've been using just sort of second nature to me for my whole life ever since. Now, there are several great channels here on YouTube that teach yoga, which I will link to below in the video description box so that you guys can check them out for further information and lessons on how to do yoga overall. Because when you think about it, as I've said before, I've known people that practice yoga for a lifetime, celebrities, what have you, and they don't have loose skin anywhere. So, you know, yoga does work in toning and helping the muscles of the body stay in shape. So I'm a big believer in it. The results sort of speak for themselves. But let's talk about what are these facial yoga exercises and the science behind them of why they work. So facial yoga exercises, which is what we're going to focus on in today's video, because that's what my channel's really about, you know, skincare, your face and all of that, are a technique consisting of facial exercises and massage that help to tone and strengthen the muscles under the skin and help the lymphatic system drain away excess fluids, you know, puffiness that you get in your face and under your eyes. These exercises will help all of that. So by isolating these muscles, we actually can help tighten and lift the jawline and the neck, help reduce the amount of wrinkling on the face from dynamic wrinkles becoming static wrinkles like forehead wrinkles and plumping up the lips. And it also helps improve the superficial circulatory system in your skin to bring more oxygen and nutrients, and also again help drain those extra fluids that tend to build up in the face as we get older. Now, I know there are some people out there that poo-poo, as they like to say, these types of exercises because they don't understand how that can help the skin. But in my personal experience, toning and strengthening the muscles of the body as we get older helps reduce that muscle loss that leads to sagging skin in the first place. Now, it is very, very important to note here that we are not stretching out the skin. In fact, it's very important that you do not stretch the skin in these exercises. And a hint I will give you is that when you first start learning them, it's really great to apply a very creamy, hydrating moisturizer to the skin so that you can better feel the muscle under the skin, it's more sensitive to it, and it also helps prevent any stretching that might occur as you learn these techniques. Now, I also wanted to mention here the science behind why these exercises work and the fact that there have been studies done, actual studies, and I will link to those actual studies down below in the video description box as well, so you can click on those and read them yourself, of how muscle stimulation really does improve the look and health of our skin. These studies have proven that these types of exercises help improve the volume around the lips, keep volume in the cheek areas, tighten the jawline and neck, which of course I already knew, but it also helps stimulate collagen production, helping to reduce fine lines, wrinkles, and those deeper crow's feet and forehead lines. So there really is no risk to doing this for yourself, and it doesn't cost anything to try it. So what are these Skin Fabulous exercises that we're going to be doing today? Well, we're going to be targeting the forehead, the jawline, the mid-face, nasolabial lines, which I know a lot of you have issues with, lips, and of course, my now famous neck pose to help tighten and lift the skin around the neck. All right, so forehead lines. This exercise addresses the lines that we get on our forehead. Now, I don't have a lot of lines on my face. Good skincare practice for many, many years since I was 23. And I'm sure that some of this also comes from the fact that I take very good care of myself physically, try to work out, and eat right. So all of it does come together, but these exercises are designed to help reduce the static wrinkles that happen on the forehead above the eyebrows. Very easy exercise to perform, targeting the muscles that create the dynamic wrinkles when we raise our eyebrows on our forehead. We want to place our fingertips right on the brow, right above the eyebrows, and try to lift them. You will feel all those muscles contract. We want to do this for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then relax and let go. Take a couple of breaths and do this exercise 5 to 10 times. All right, you guys are going to love this next one because it does target the lips, the whole of the lip area, providing more volume, strength around the lip area. It also helps kind of smooth out those fine lines and wrinkles that we tend to get right here. Very, very simple to do. All right, so the way you do this particular exercise, and you probably want to do it where no one's looking because it really does make you look funny, is you're going to make duck lips. You know that duck lip thing that went on the internet forever on Instagram? That's what you're going to be doing, but you're also going to be placing your thumbs under your lower lip and your index fingers above your top lip, and you're going to be pressing down, not squeezing, not stretching the skin, but pressing down as you push your lips away and out from your face. So this is how we do this. It's going to be for a count of 6. This one is also 5 to 10 times, but let's demonstrate it. And then you relax. And again, 5 to 10 times when you do this exercise as well. Okay. This next yoga exercise is going to target the jawline, and it's very, very effective. You will feel this one in the muscles of your jaw. All right. The way we perform the technique for the jawline is to look at the ceiling and point our chin to it. You're going to feel a little tightening right there when you do this. Now, you don't want to go too far back. We don't want to stretch. You shouldn't feel this in your neck or your lower neck. Just right here. Just as soon as you hit it right, you will feel it, and then you're going to purse your lips for a count of 6. And then you're going to relax. And you're going to do that 5 to 10 times as well. You will really feel, that's when I always feel a whole lot. You will really feel this pose working those muscles. It works very well. Just make sure that you're not using the neck muscles. You want to be sure you're using these jawline muscles so that you get the maximum benefit out of this technique. All right, so what about cheeks, nasolabial lines, and mid-face? This exercise, again, is very simple. We're going to do it for a count of 6, 5 to 10 times. What you're going to do is relax your face. You're going to purse your lips and place your index fingers on the corners of your mouth. And as you push your lips out, you're going to pull. So you're going to create a tension from the cheek area down to the upper lip area. You will feel this again when you do the exercise correctly. And this is what we do. We do this right here, right? Notice where my fingers are, right on the inside of my cheekbones. And relax. Very simple, and you will feel this whole entire area, the muscles in the cheekbones and to upper jaw, get a full workout. This will help lift and plump out the cheeks, and it will help tighten the skin between your ear and your outer cheekbone. It's a really great technique for lifting the entire mid-face. And now for the yoga technique that I've been using, seems like my whole life long, to help keep neck skin tight. It helps deal with the double chin area. It helps pull back and even out the skin around the platysmal lines and get rid of those vertical lines that tend to show up as we get older. It's a very, very simple exercise. You're going to relax and look forward. So again, for a count of 10. And then you're going to relax. Then you're going to do each side the same way. And you can see how it tightens all of the muscles in my neck. And then relax. And then we're going to do it this way. And then relax. Now, even though we are holding the count for this particular exercise longer than the others, you still want to do it about 5 to 10 times. I would recommend on all of these that you guys start off light if you've not been doing them. Like any muscle, when you work it that you haven't been working before, it can get very sore. So this is the same for the face and the neck. You want to go slow, perhaps every other day, the first couple of weeks. Just do it 5 times and then work your way up to the 10. What you will notice after about a month of doing these exercises consistently is a tightening and lifting of the entire face, less static wrinkles left behind after dynamic movements like crow's feet and forehead wrinkles. Definitely going to see improvement for any sort of double chin or saggy jowl skin that you have going on. And you're going to help that lymphatic system drain out that excess fluid, removing puffiness. You're just going to look younger and healthier. This is really a great non-invasive way to augment all the other things that you're doing, like your skincare routine, wearing sunscreen. You're going to be giving your face and your skin a great workout. Now, I hope today's video was helpful in explaining how these exercises work, what the science behind them is, and why you should give them a try. I mean, after all, what do you have to lose? They cost you absolutely nothing but a little bit of time. You guys know what to do. If the video was helpful, please let me know by giving it a like, sharing it out, and also let me know in the comments below after you've tried these what your results were. So please come back and let us all know how they worked out for you. Thank you guys so much for watching the channel today. I really appreciate it. I know you have a choice here on YouTube, so it means a lot to me that you pick my channel to spend time on. Love you guys. Stay beautiful, and I will see you over on the next video.